Electrolytes are overrated. Overrated, as in you probably don't need to be consuming them. Now, let me be clear, okay? When I say electrolytes, I mean the drink mixes, the Gatorades, the Powerades, the Pedialytes, the Propels, the influencer promoted electrolyte mix. That's what I'm talking about here, okay? Actual electrolytes, actual sodium, chloride, magnesium, all that stuff is important, okay? It's important for your body. Your body needs it to properly be functioning. But I'm referring to the drink mixes, the drinks, the super expensive stuff that you buy at the store, or you buy online that everybody thinks that you need to have a ton of if you're an athlete, or even if you're not an athlete. It's bullshit. I'm sorry. You don't need to be consuming these electrolyte mixes on any regular basis, okay? Take it from me. I run 70 to 80 miles a week in Houston, Texas, okay? The hottest freaking place on the planet, one of them anyways. And I lose anywhere from 7 to 10 pounds of sweat per day running. And that's not an exaggeration, okay? I sweat a ton, more than anybody you'll ever meet in your entire life. I can almost assure you of that. Now, there probably are some freaks who sweat more than me, but the point is, I sweat a ton. I lose a ton of electrolytes, a ton of salt in my sweat. And if there's anybody who would think that electrolyte mixes are important for training, it would be me. And I'm telling you, they're not as important as you think they are. Okay, so you have no excuse. You don't sweat as much as me, so you don't need to be drinking 2,000 milligrams of sodium every morning in your cute little electrolyte mix thing. You don't, okay? And I'm gonna break down why I believe this, why I think electrolyte mixes and all these new fancy products are overrated. It's not a hard argument in my eyes. This will be a quick video. It's a quick breakdown. So let's get started, okay? Now, what is the purpose of having these electrolyte powders? So when you sweat, you lose mostly water, more than 99% water, and the rest of what comes out of your skin as you sweat is electrolytes, so sodium, chloride, magnesium, potassium, calcium. Those are the major ones, I think. There's more that you lose, but those are the key ones, okay? And out of everything I just mentioned there, the majority of what you lose in your sweat is salt, sodium chloride, okay? This guy right here, right? This was, I think, $3.50 from HEB, Texas's best. This is like a year's worth supply of salt or more. This is what you're losing in your sweat. Simple as this, table salt. Most of it anyways. You are losing a little bit of magnesium, potassium, calcium, little things here and there, but it's mostly table salt. That's literally what is coming out of your skin. If you, a lot of times I do a hard run and I've sweat really bad and then I cool off and I haven't like completely toweled off or anything. So the sweat has kind of like deposited, the salt has deposited onto my skin and you see all this like flaky white stuff. And you know, you can lick it off your skin, you can taste it. It literally tastes the same as salt. Sometimes after a run, I literally, you know, I'll have the salt that's solidified on my skin. You know, I'm making pasta or something, I'll just kind of scrape it into the bowl there. I'm kidding, I don't do that. I use this stuff. But literally it's the same, it tastes the same, it's salt. So tell me why you would spend $2 or $3 per drink, per serving. Maybe it's not that much, but $1 or $1.50 per serving of this primarily sodium chloride based electrolyte mix. Why would you spend that much per serving when you can get a whole year's worth supply for like almost the same price? It's ridiculous, okay? You can literally take some salt, put it in a cup, put some lime juice in or some little flavoring here and there, and that's your electrolyte drink, okay? If you really want it, then you can say, I just saved you probably $1,000 per year if you're a person who drinks electrolytes every day. $500, $1,000, whatever it is. Boom. You could now go to that movie this weekend that you didn't think you could, you know, go to because you're pinching pennies or whatever. You can go to that Texans game this weekend. You can buy a new sofa next year. All for just doing the sensible thing and making your own electrolyte drink at home, okay? That's the first reason I think they're overrated, because they're extremely overpriced, right? Now, the second thing is I really don't think you actually need to be even making your own electrolyte mixes. I think you can get most, if not all, there are exceptions as I'll get into, but most of your electrolytes from the diet that you eat throughout the day. For example, salting your food, right? I put a lot of salt on my eggs for breakfast. You know, most of the food you eat nowadays has sodium chloride in it already. My dinners, my pastas, I salt pretty generously. You can salt your salad. When you eat a sandwich that has turkey meat or something, for example, it's got sodium in it. It's got salt in it already. So chances are you're already, especially with the modern American diet, getting enough sodium chloride as well, in your diet, okay? And that's replenishing the sodium chloride you lose with sweat. For most people, again, I sweat more than almost anybody. And I'm getting enough through my diet almost every day, unless I'm doing a terribly hard workout, a super hard long run where I'm losing 12, 13 pounds of sweat, or 10, then I'll bring an electrolyte drink with me. But that's extreme situations, extreme hard runs where I'm sweating a ton and I feel like I need it. Most of the other days, I'm running 12 miles a day still. I'm running outside twice sometimes. Sometimes I'm running indoors once, outside for the second run, losing just a ton of sweat. I'm not worried about electrolyte mixes, okay? I'm eating a good diet. I'm getting salt in my diet. Sure, here and there, I'm having an electrolyte drink if I'm doing a very hard run or if I'm on the go and I can't get it in my diet. But 95% of the time, I'm not. 90+% of the days, I am not drinking these electrolyte drinks, okay? So, boom. You get it through your diet. Most of you will anyways. Sodium chloride in your salt that you can buy at the grocery store. You don't need to spend a ton of money on these newfangled electrolyte mixes. And okay, what about the other electrolytes that are not sodium chloride that you lose in sweat? Magnesium, calcium, potassium. Those are the bigger three. Okay, freaking potassium. Eat a banana. Okay? And you don't lose a ton of potassium in your sweat anyways. It's a very, very small ratio compared to sodium and chloride. Banana, there you go. Here's half of your day's worth of potassium. What else we got here? We got sardines or roasted cod. Potassium, 265 milligrams. Calcium, another one. It's got a quarter of your daily supply. Okay, what else? Refried beans. Beans, okay? It's got calcium, it's got potassium. You might be reading that backwards, but I'll read it out for you. 50 milligrams calcium, 540 milligrams of potassium, okay? My point is here, if you have a healthy diet, you're getting your electrolytes. And okay, maybe specifically eating a ton of beans and a ton of sardines isn't super healthy, but the point is balancing it out. You have some beans one day, you have sardines the next day, you have a salad the third day, you have some legumes and nuts the fourth day. You mix it all in, you're getting these electrolytes through proper nutrition. You don't need to be having these electrolyte mixes every morning. If I see one more Jeremy Miller video of him drinking, one more short of Jeremy Miller pouring out his switchback electrolytes that have 50,000 milligrams of sodium, I'm going to have a conniption, man. Oh, I just forgot another. Hold on. How about milk? And no, this isn't raw organic milk. This is milk I bought from the store milk, from the Walmart store milk. It's got Sodium, 6% of your daily value. Calcium, 25% of your daily value. Potassium, 8% of your daily value. It's got vitamin A, it's got protein. Why are we afraid of milk, guys? Why are we afraid of milk? And you don't need to spend $10 for a half gallon because it's organic. You can just get the regular milk. It's not going to kill you, okay? If you have something out of a can or a fish or something, there's not enough mercury in there to kill you. I don't know why, when it became so popular to just over-obsess about the smallest things that have just not a big chance of affecting you at all. We over-obsess in the minuscule 1% things when we're not even doing the 99% things. That's society today, okay? I'm here to tell you, electrolytes are overrated in the mixes, okay? Eat a balanced diet, drink a lot of water, salt your food if you sweat a lot. And yes, if you're doing a very hard effort, if you're sweating a ton, if you're running 15, 16, 17, 20 miles, bring an electrolyte drink. You're going to need it. But if you are Carrie from HR, sitting at the desk for most of the days, going for your short walk, you don't need to be slamming switchback electrolytes. I'm sorry, I have nothing particularly against Jeremy Miller. I'm choosing his electrolyte brand. But whatever new influencer promoted electrolyte mix is out there, you don't need to be drinking it, okay? They may make you sound like you need to be drinking it, but you do not, okay? And it's nothing against influencers specifically. If you enjoy drinking the product and supporting your favorite creators, do it for certain, okay? Do it for certain, but you don't need to, okay? You're probably wasting your money when you could be doing the same. You have an effective solution right in front of you that's way cheaper. I'm sorry, I'm just letting you know of that. So yeah, it's about eating a balanced diet. It's about drinking water, getting your electrolytes through your food. If you really need them for a hard run, of course, use them in those instances. But yeah, that's maybe not the information that is super fatty, and it's not the info that sells well, but it's the truth. Electrolyte mixes aren't going to save you. A good diet will save you. All right, that's it for the video. I rambled a little bit. Let me know if you want me to do any other hot topic videos in the future. I'd like to take down some more controversial debates, or at least give my input. Let me know what you think. I could be an idiot. I could have said things wrong. Let me know in the comments. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.